Hi everyone, Darktoylord here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Disney Store exclusive Star Wars Elite Series First Order Flametrooper. Now the Elite Series, as you may or may not know, is exclusive to the Disney Store. These action figures are made out of die-cast metal. So let's take a quick look at the packaging. We have the window packaging. We can clearly see the Flametrooper in the tray. His display stand is behind him, and he's actually holding his accessory instead of having it off to the side. We have the Star Wars logo down here. It says Elite Series, First Order Stormtrooper, and then die-cast action figure. Spinning it around to the side, again we have the Star Wars logo. And it says die-cast action figure here, and then Star Wars Elite Series. On the back, some information about the Disney Store's collaboration with Lucasfilm creating the series. Down here, a little information about the character. It says, specialized stormtroopers of the First Order, Flametroopers carry incendiary weapons that can transform any battlefield into an infernal blaze. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy opened up and take a closer look at the action figure itself. Alright, so I just want to let you know that you almost did not get the rest of this review. This son of a bitch was so hard to get out of the packaging that halfway through I almost quit and said, you know what, forget it, we're not doing this guy. I actually cut myself trying to get him out of the box. Anyway, moving on. In regards to accessories, here we have the action figure base. Has the Star Wars logo right on it. Right here you see the peg for the action figure to plug into. Bring this to side. Here is the figure. The sculpt is incredible. I really like this character. I like the armor. In regards to this particular figure, as I explained in one of my other videos, I don't have a Disney Store anywhere near me, so I had to order them online. And the downfall in doing so is that you don't get to cherry pick which figure you get. You just get whatever they ship you. So being die-cast metal, there are paint chips that had I had the ability to handpick, I would not have grabbed this guy. There's 2 dots here on his leg, and I grabbed my plastic 12-inch Flametrooper just to verify. I'm like, those actually look pretty well spaced. I'm like, maybe that's supposed to be there. But my 12-inch guy does not have them, so I'm like, I think those are actually paint chips. I got some paint chipping down here on the foot as well. But it's minor, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. What I will complain about is this gun. I thought that it was an accessory, but it is not. It is actually part of the guy, part of the figure. If you look closely, that's actually molded into his hand. You cannot remove it. And also with other things that you cannot remove, you spin this guy around, this backpack does not come off. That's part of the figure. So realistically, if you count accessories as removable parts, the only accessory he has is the display base, because the gun and backpack are part of the figure. Which I guess on the plus side, I'll never lose that gun. But the drawback is that it does kind of hinder posability a little bit. Well, I don't know if it's hinder, but I don't know. This elbow, for whatever reason, seems a little loose. And the fact that the gun plus the cable or hose is attached kind of highlights that, because it just kind of, I don't know, it just moves way too easily. But anyway, looking at articulation, the head appears to be on a ball joint. Free range of motion. The elbows, the shoulders. Ball joints as well, I'm guessing. Free range of motion on those. Elbows about 90 degrees. Hinge In the wrist, you can swivel 360. The other arm, pretty much the same articulation, but the wrist is hindered, obviously, because the gun is attached. Again, surprisingly, much like with the Stormtrooper that I reviewed, I'm surprised that there's no bicep swivel or anything in here. It's just the elbow. You can't move it around whatsoever, so it's kind of limited there. This one does have waist articulation. The thighs move all around, and 90 degrees in the knee. There is limited articulation here in the ankle. And the same goes for the other leg. So let's go ahead and get this guy on his stand. And there he is. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's cool. He's pretty big. Looks like almost 7 inches tall. Die-cast metal action figure. So I mean, that in itself is pretty cool. His articulations, it's not the best, but it's pretty decent. I love the character design. I love the sculpt here. They didn't flake on the sculpt whatsoever. I don't like that the backpack is part of the figure. You can't remove it. And I definitely don't like that the gun is part of the actual hand, molded with the hand. You can't remove it. On the plus side, yeah, I'm never going to lose that hand. I'm never going to lose that backpack. But it does kind of hinder posability a little bit. So there you have it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.